What, scout car?
Yeah.
You mean like the car that I saw on highway? Chasing us?
Is it very heavy?
Yeah, every time.
They have to wear every day.
拉不住。
我来试试看。
There's some place cars following it.
And sometimes more than this car because I don't have lights.
Like 5 pounds. So you have to wear every day.
So this is all police officers in Toronto will have a vest and it will say police on it, front and the back, and that's also for us to remember what we do. I've been a police officer for 21 years and I'm a mom. When I'm not policing, I like to play sports. I like to dance, do dance parties on my own, even though my kids tell me to stop. I still do. It's called human rights. And it's important that you understand that as well. You have that right to feel safe and protected, and I know the school here will assist you with that if there is ever any questions. Right, Miss? Is that fair to say? Right? If there's any questions, they go to you, or you talk to your trusted adult at home. Okay? So, should I just continue, or are we gonna? If you want, we can show it again later, or you can go on the Toronto Police website too. The other thing too is how many of you are walking on your own? It's beautiful outside, and just like where, it doesn't matter where you come from in the world, we always have to remember about our gut feeling. Who's heard of Spider-Man before? Always, right? It's about trusting your gut. So I'm just going to go here for a second. It's important that we remember to use all of the skills we were given. It's not an app we can download. It's not technology. It was something we were born with. Who's heard of a gut feeling or spidey senses? You feel, whether it's good or bad. And using that example of walking, it's the same thing about hearing, seeing. I need help with vision, sometimes hearing as well. Smell, which isn't always a good thing. And also voice and your gut. That feeling of, is something okay? That's you telling you to listen to yourself, right? So going back to this slide, if we had to, do you want me to stop? You can, am I still good? Yeah. So if we were walking down this path, what feelings does it make you feel? Do you know where you're going? Do you feel safe, right? If this person suddenly came walking up towards you, how does that make you feel? And how are you going to react? So it's important too, when you're by yourself or even with a friend, which we always encourage, everybody should walk in partners, right? But you don't always get to do that. I see you've got your AirPods or your Beats, which again, we like to listen to our music or talk to our friends. I remind people, have your volume low or one AirPod or earbud out. Always walk with purpose, right? If you're having a day, like you kind of feel sad, don't show it. Walk with courage and confidence. Shoulders back, head up, looking around, like don't mess with me because I've got to be somewhere, right? Showing that confidence. I want to see how you're going to translate that one. So walking, shoulders back, head up, every so often look around, right? If for some reason this person or a group of people are making you feel uncomfortable, you have that right to turn around, right? Also, before you go anywhere, have an alternate route. Just in case there's construction, welcome to Toronto. Or there's just that feeling where it's like, that makes me feel unsafe, or, oh, there's a fire. I'm going to turn around and do a different route, right? If somebody's making you feel uncomfortable, how many of you have a cell phone? Yes, we all do, right? It's okay to call one. You can call a friend to say, I don't know how to go from here to your house or from here to school. Or if it's an emergency like a fire, we have a special number. Does anybody know what number that is? So 911 is for life-threatening emergencies. And even if you're not too sure, but you feel your life is in danger, you can call that number. A trained call taker, which we call a dispatcher, will pick up the phone. And some people will be like, well, I'm new, I don't speak the language. Take a breath, that's okay. Toronto is so amazingly diverse. We have dispatchers that speak all languages and dialects. We will be able to help. And this number will get you fire department, ambulance, and police. The dispatcher will ask, how can I help you? What's your name? What service do you want? Some people don't know, so they will send everybody, right? And people forget that even if you accidentally call, you know you have the emergency when you shut your phone off, right? And it says, if I was to swipe this right now, that would get me 911 instantly. And if I was to hang up and go, that was an accident, they call you right back. And if somebody doesn't pick up, police go to make sure you're okay. Emergency number, just say you lost something or somebody had taken, you think somebody took something but your life is not in danger, that is the other number, and I'll make sure I give it all this information. I can put that, in an email and I'll send it to the school and they can send it out to you. And we also have online reporting as well. It's also really important, just for personal safety, that we don't walk around showing what we have. Like if somebody has a new iPhone or Samsung, the flip phones come back, you don't walk around showing it, right? Or if you bring out your wallet and you start to count how much money you have and everybody else can see it. It sounds kind of silly, but these are things we do for prevention. Right? I think sometimes we forget that. So if you want something, keep it safe, don't bring it out and show everybody, right? But if for some reason it was taken or you're not too sure, just know there's online reporting as well, okay? And at the end of the day, know who you can go to. Do you have people that you trust that are adults over the age of 18 that you can say, oh, if I have a problem and I'm not too sure what to do, who can I ask that I trust that will give me good advice, right? That's super important. I even tell my own kids that. If I'm not there, here are people you can go to that I know will have your best interest at heart. That's important to know. We call that a trusted adult, right? We also have online resources called Kids Help Phone or cybertip.ca, because who's on the internet? We all are, right? So I will give resources as well, and language is not a barrier, because at the end of the day, we want to make sure we're helping anybody who has a problem, or you're not too sure what to do. Who's made a mistake here before? We all have, right? The difference is owning it and learning from it, and don't post it online, right? It's important that if you've made a mistake, let's figure out how to fix it, correct it, learn from it, and grow from it, and not judge others for their mistakes either. That's not on there, that's just a separate thing. So, if you are home by yourself, don't advertise it. Even if you get home late, or if you're leaving for school or for work or to visit friends and you're locking the door, say, okay, see you later. So that is for somebody who might be watching for an opportunity. They'll think, oh, they're never home alone, right? Even when you go in, when I work late shifts, I will go into my house knowing people are still sleeping, but I will say, hey, I'm home, or I wave at the window. Nobody's in the window. But for somebody who might be looking on the outside, they don't know that. So they think there's people at home, so I'm not by myself. Make sure you've got your cell phone out, and you can even pretend, fake a phone call. Say, yeah, I'm going to be right there. Oh, I see you. I'm coming towards you. I'm going to enter the house now. Having that out, again, somebody doesn't know. And if you've got your keys, have your keys out, right? One, that's noise. And two, you're already ready to go in. If you feel that spidey sense and somebody's close to you, make a phone call. Make noise. Go, ah, or whatever, right? It sounds silly, but you're distracting somebody from an opportunity of hurting you, potentially. Things that I always carry is a whistle. Because some people, their vocal cords freeze up when they get scared. They're like, ah. So I always have a whistle, and I also will then move my arms. I make noise. Doesn't matter what kind of noise it is. It's causing attention to you, which means somebody else may be there to help you. That's only worst case scenario.